All right, let's go ahead and grab our light weights. Just have them in your hands for now. Loose grip. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe step out just a little bit, legs a little wider. Take a little rock side to side. Lift the opposite shoulder as you go. Give it a little bend of the elbow. Take your time because you have weights in your hands, so we don't want to get too aggressive here. But I want you to feel a little bit of a lift and then a pull back down. So it's almost like you're doing sort of a single arm, well, a regular backstroke, but not going all the way up over your head yet or at all. Good, just a couple more times. Beautiful. Roll that up, back, and down. Pull your abs in, pull those ribs in, hands right here. Step touch. As you keep that step touch going, bring your arms out and your thumbs are up at this point. You're going to do the tiniest little circles. Try not to go super fast, just small little circles and reverse. You should already feel this in your shoulder if your arms are nice and straight. Let's reverse again. So to the front or whichever way you started. And then reverse again. And reverse again. And one more reverse. And then drop those shoulders down, those arms down. You probably felt that maybe in your shoulders. Now we're going to step and tap to one side. As you do that, bend your elbows. We're going to press back as we do our triceps as that back leg points. Tricep press. Tricep press, pinky to the sky. We're going to add on bicep curl. Press, curl, press, and curl. So our legs aren't moving quite as fast as they might normally be because I want you to have time to get a nice full range of motion. Bicep and tricep. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Back to center, arms down by your side. And we start angling the other way. We're going to do the same thing. This time, however, I want you to try palms facing up. So you go bicep and then tricep. Palms are still facing front, so you're going to feel a different angle on those triceps. Almost there. Good. Right back through center. Tap the other way this time. So this is going to be a little odd. When you come forward, your palms are facing down, so you're actually working forearm muscles. When you go back, you're doing that tricep press again, right? So forearm muscles, triceps again. Two more. And then the other side. And now at this point, you choose. Do you want to be thumbs up and pinkies back? Do you want to be palms up and knuckles back? Do you want to be knuckles up and palms back? Some combination of all that. Beautiful, back through center. We're tapping the other way again. This time, I want your thumbs up. Have a nice opening across your body, hamstring curl, and squeeze a rowing motion as you do that. So shoulder blades come together, hamstring curl. Two more. Back to center, let those arms relax. You know we're going the other way. Same thing, we have that strong upright posture. Hamstring curl. 2 more. Beautiful. Woo, I hope you felt all of that. We're just going to go into a wide stance, slow it down, and then come to center. Knees are bent, abs are in. We're going to come here, hands are supporting you for now. Let's round through a cat, inhale through a cow, round through your cat, inhale through your cow. Give yourself a lot of support with your abs right now. Arms going to drop down, shoulder shrug, just squeeze them up, arms are nice and straight. 2 more times, squeeze them up, leave them there. Ooh, out to the side. Lift, open, down, lift, open, down, squeeze up, open up. Try, now that you know what we're doing, try and get your head to be in line with your spine. So you're looking at a place on the ground, maybe a couple feet ahead of us. Beautiful. Bring it on up. Woo, shoulders relax. Let's go ahead just for now. Set those weights a little bit out of your way. We'll be right back to those shortly. But we're going to go back to that quick little step touch, this time with no weights. Just going to kind of move our bodies. We're going to take 2 steps to the right in 4, 3, 2. One more time. Stand here, step touch. Press those arms forward, toes in front. I know I picked up the pace quite a bit. Just wanted to get a little quicker movement in here. Arms up, knees, knees, knees. Pull down. Feel like I just, like one of those little cartoons that they go in fast motion suddenly. Up and over with those arms, knees come across. In a moment, we'll stay on the right knee and double time in 4, 3, 2, right only. And slow it down, step touch. 2 to the left in 4, 3, 2, here you go. Stay here this time, step touch only. Press it forward. Arms go all the way up and we pull those knees and pull down. Start to get a little rotation. We'll stay on the left in 4, 3, 2, and double time. And we step touch. Woo! Hey. All right, hopefully that got a little bit of your heart rate up. Let's roll those shoulders, slow that step touch down. Squeeze and drop, squeeze and drop. One more time, squeeze and drop. And now we're gonna, actually before we pick up those weights, let's move through that spine one more time. Cat and cow and cat and cow. Drop your right shoulder in, look up over the left, press that opposite leg open. Back through center, other way. Back through center, first side. And second side. Big deep breath in. Exhale, gently bring that down. Now give those shoulders one more roll, and then we'll grab those weights. Spread your legs, your feet nice and wide. Pull your abs in, tuck your tailbone under. Hold your weights here for a moment. Let's sit down in a plie. So make sure that tailbone isn't sticking out behind you. It's a little bit tucked down. Beautiful. We're going to lower those arms. We're going to rise up, upright row, at the same time that you do your grand plie, as big as you want to make it. You're welcome to roll up on the toes as you come up and then come down on the heels. You can stay up on the toes the whole time if you feel like your balance is okay with that. You could stay on the toes and then press through the heels as you come up, right? So totally up to you, whichever feels best. You should, we hope, feel shoulder work. Abs are in, glutes are squeezing, quads are working, abs might be working. Just a few more. Last two. Last one, we're going to come back down, we're going to pull our abs in, we're going to sit in this plie. So I want you to find, can you go an inch deeper to the point where you kind of feel your knees starting to shake? Make sure they didn't cave in. So look down and you should be able to see your big toes. We're going to serve our platter. So palms underneath those weights, all the way straight in, bend the elbows and then press straight, bend and straighten. This time, give me a pause at the end. Arms are stick straight. Straighten them out, bend them 1 inch, straighten, straighten, straighten. And relax, hands on your thighs. Roll cat. Inhale, cow, lift up, stand tall for a moment. And then exhale, sink right back down into that plie. But this time you're going to pitch forward a little bit. Abs are drawn in. Palms are facing the front. You're squeezing, holding at the top. Pull up and in, squeeze and hold. So again, we've got posture work, but this time we also have biceps. And those abs need to be in to protect everything. The more weight you push back in your glutes, the more supportive it'll be, but the more you're going to feel those glutes and hammies. Two more. Nice and easy. Bring that up. Roll those shoulders out. All right. I don't have a chair today. I don't know why. It's been kind of a crazy morning. So I'm going to put my hand on my mantelpiece for balance. If you have a chair, that's probably a little more helpful. So you're going to bring that weight behind your right leg. And then you want to squeeze that heel and hip together very strongly. So you know you're going to hold on to that weight. Then you're going to pitch forward by bending your left knee. And I want a neutral spine, right? So please let's not see this. What I'm demonstrating is bad flow. Instead, extend and reach that leg to the sky. Flex through the heel and press up. And press up. Push that heel. Push that heel. Same arm, right? Thumb up, bicep curl. And then thumb, pinky back, tricep extension, shoulder out of your ear. And we do 4 more biceps. Press, press. And 4 more triceps. Good. Then you're going to stand up. Everything stays the same. Keep that left knee bent. Keep that right leg slightly behind the left. Layer the leg to the right. Squeeze that weight so you don't drop it. And match the arm. So lateral raise. Palm faces down. At the very top of that range of motion, you're welcome to tip that pinky up. Almost there. Last one, I want you to bring the knees together, pull your heel towards your hip, squeeze the weight, squeeze, 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 5, 6, 7, 12, 32, 72, 89, 3, 2, 1. Woo! We're going to stretch that right leg. So ankle goes across the thigh. Bend the left knee, stick your tailbone out. Long spine. Now roll it under, and that should give you a stretch for your back. And then we'll press open again, long spine, outer hip stretch. Stand it up, right leg goes across the left. Hips go to the right, arms go to the left. Shake that out. We get to do the other side. I'm just going to flip around. So we're going to bring that weight behind your left leg. We want to secure it. We're going to find that neutral spine with that leg lifted, abs in, right knee bent, pressing up, pressing that heel to the sky. Take a pause at the top. Squeeze that heel a little closer to your hip, trying to get your torso parallel to the ground, not way up here if you can. And then add that bicep as you lift. Bicep as you lift. One more bicep. And then tricep as you lift. Try not to let the shoulder roll forward. And then bicep as you lift. And tricep. Beautiful. Stand it up, pull your abs in, squeeze it a little extra because you're flaring to the side. You don't want to drop it. Arm matches it. Two more. And relax. And again, we're going to stretch that out. So left leg crosses over the right. Stick that tailbone out, bend that right knee, long spine. Round it under a curl. Extend it out again. Round it up. Left leg crosses the right, hips go left, arms go to the right. Very nice. Gently bring that on back through center. We're going to grab those weights again. So this time we're going back into that plie. Abs are in. Nice wide stance, shoulders back and down. Sit down into it. This time we're adding a V up with those arms. So thumbs point to the sky, and then we come down. And once again, you're welcome to come up on your toes and then your heels. Toes and heels, or toes the whole time. Or you can reverse it and be up on your toes, come down, press through the heels as you come up. I don't know why that one always confuses me. Keep it going for me, please. Someone told me last week not to hold you in a plank. How was this? Ooh, sorry, evil laugh. Almost there. On this last one, I want you to sit into it, lift those arms, lift the heels till those quads start to shake. Then give me the tiniest lift here. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Straight arms. Don't let this happen. Straighten them good. And relax. Woo, roll those shoulders up, back and down. All right. So we're headed down to the ground. Heart rate might still be up a little bit. So we're going to start in a seated position, please. Bring your weights with you. All right, so from this seated position, you're going to bend that left knee and try and sit up really nice and tall. So maybe pull your glutes out from under you, grab that left knee for support, flex those right toes back towards you, and you're going to take a weight. And maybe you're putting it right below the knee. Now, this is likely to happen. Your body might want to kind of roll down. So sit up tall and lift that leg off the ground. Oh, and by the way, you're not holding the weight, you're holding the weight against that shin. Lift it up. I feel this already. Flex and point. Do you feel that in your quad? Oh, thank you. Good. Two more. And relax it down for a second. Keep that weight right below your knee. Sit tall, lift it up again. This time we're going to bend the knee a little bit and we're going to press the heel, press the heel, press the heel. And relax. Because I was cramping, you get to be done sooner. Bend that right knee, try and bring the knee behind the hip. Sit tall first. Make sure the hip isn't rolled back. You roll it forward and then drop onto that left elbow. Should feel a nice opening from your knee through your hip. Bring that arm out in front of you, give it a little rotation, then lift, reach behind you, bring it down, and press up through that hand. And that leg should feel better. But we have that other one. So hug that right knee in, extend that left leg, put the weight below your knee, lift it off the ground, holding, pointing, flexing. Almost there. And relax. Ooh, bring it in. Bend that knee this time as you come up and push through the heel. Push. Two more. And relax. This time we take that left leg. We're going to bring it behind us, try and get the knee farther back than the hip. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the hip forward and then drop onto that right shoulder or right elbow, sorry. Arm comes over, sorry, we started this way, didn't we? Then it reaches up and behind you, open it up, and then bring that up. Beautiful. Come on back through center, sitting toward the front of your mat. Grab both weights for me, shoulders back and down, weights on front of your legs. Hinge back in a little roll down position and then lift your arms right above you. Pull the belly button in, start to open the arms a little more, bend the elbows a little more. So you're in that cactus position, flip those hands if you can. If that causes your feet to come up, then don't quite do that. And then lower the hands, palms up, exhale, sit up, inhale, knee lift at the top. So we exhale back. Do something with your arms if you want. You find what works for you. Lower the hands, come back up again. Inhale at the top. Exhale, move. Something with your arms if you want on the inhale. And back up on the exhale. Good. 4 more like that. Three more. And last time, when you roll back, you're going to keep those palms up towards the sky and roll down a vertebra at a time. Leave those weights there for a second, hug your knees in, take a little rock side to side. And then open those arms into a T, let the knees drop left. One at a time, back through center, let the knees drop right. And back through center, we're going to grab those weights. We're going to set them on our hip flexors. Right, so right where the crease is between your thighs and your hips, we're going to use those 2 peace sign fingers to hold them in place. Feet are underneath your knees, back of the neck is long. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift those hips up, go a little higher, so you feel that, I hope, in your glutes. You're just holding the weights down, go down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down, up. One more like that, down, up. Now go down 2 inches, lift up 2 inches, go down 2 inches, lift up 2 inches. Can you go down 3 inches? 3, 2, 1, up, 3, 2, 1, down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, down, 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 up. 2 more, down, 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 up. Can you go down and hover just above the ground and come up? Hover and up, hover and up. Hover and up this time. Tap the ground, lift it up. Tap it, lift it, tap, lift. 2 more. Tap, lift, relax. Bring that weight behind your right knee. Hug it in, feel a nice stretch on that right hamstring and that right side of your low back. Put the right foot on the ground. Do the same on the left side, please. All right, back through center. We're going to take that weight and we're going to put it below our knees and hold it there. Shins in tabletop, arms out into a T. Deep breath in. On the exhale, let the knees move to the left without the foot dropping down, and then come on back through center, other side. So you're only going to go as far as you can go and use your obliques to help you come back up. Remember, you don't want those feet to drop down. You want them to stay in that 90-degree angle at the knee. And then we come back through center, hug those knees in for a moment, and then they go right back to tabletop for toe touches. Take the other weight and put it on your ribs to give them a reminder to stay sinking down towards the ground. Inhale as the knees move away from the body. Exhale to bring them back up. And now grab that weight. Let those knees in again. Maybe draw some circles on the ceiling and go the other way. We're going to take both weights. We're going to put our feet on the ground. One weight in each hand, or hold them together as a unit, or kind of the most challenge is to stack them up like that. And you can certainly go back to a single weight if you prefer. Deep breath in, exhale to lift. Inhale, arms stretch out overhead, and exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale to lift. Inhale, arms reach overhead, adding that extra challenge, keeping those abs in and those ribs flat. And we lift and we reach. And then this time we're going to lift, we're going to reach, we're going to bring the legs into tabletop and extend the legs at the same time. And we'll tap the knees so it becomes double leg stretch. If you don't like both weights, go back to a single weight. If you want some challenge, you add a second weight below your knees and the other one overhead. So you got both going on at the same time. If your neck is bothering you, feel free to keep your head down. The extension of the arms and the legs, especially with the weights, is creating that extra resistance anyway. Keep it going for me, please. And you don't have to use weights at all. Last two. And last one. Put those knees in, quick little break. And then we're going to take both weights below our knees down to our ankles if possible, shoulders wide, elbows wide, abs in, exhaling, rolling like a ball, which should be easier because that extra weight pulls you forward. Where are you going, babe? And we sit up nice and tall. And at the beginning, when we started this ab work, we did roll downs, or we did partial roll downs. You can stick with those, or if the weights help you do roll-ups, then the weights are in your palms and you're going to roll all the way down to the ground. Deep breath in and drag your knuckles as you come all the way back up. You are certainly welcome to do that with straight legs, toes pointed, rolling down, inhaling at the bottom and rolling back up again. So you choose whichever one works for you. I'm going to give you one last option, very annoying. You don't want to use this option if the weights are helping you, right? If roll-ups were difficult in the first place, definitely don't add this. Otherwise, weights are on your shoulders, and as you go down, it might not seem like such a big deal, but when you come up, you're going to wonder who's sitting on my shoulders. So don't use momentum to come up, right? If you need to, then move those weights out in front of you. Otherwise, so weights could be on your shoulders, they might be in your palms. You are welcome to use no weights at all if you don't need them to help you and you don't want them to make life worse. Just a few more here, please. And then next time that you come up, come on over and lie down on your side facing knee. Stack your knees, stack your hips, stack your ankles. You know, I love this clam exercise, but with the weights, oh, it adds so much extra love. So I'm just going to leave my weights on my leg, right? But all I have to do is hold my hand, just pushing down those weights. So I'm not gripping the weights. I'm just using my open palm. And then I'll lift that top leg, keep your waist lifted so you have that mouse house. Good. Then heels together and we'll pivot open. And then we're going to lift the heels in the air and pivot open. And we'll relax. We're going to stay on this same side for now for a side plank. So if you want to give yourself a little extra cushioning under your elbow, you're welcome to do so. Find your favorite version of your side plank and take that top weight, or take one weight in your top hand, lift the hips a little higher, angle just the tiniest bit towards the ceiling, come back to neutral. Up and angle, and back to neutral. Up and angle, back to neutral. You don't want to make this so big of a movement that you feel it in your shoulder. Two more like that. Good. And then second version, you put the weight on your hip, just two fingers, push it into place. Lift, lift. And relax. That last one should have been surprisingly not fun and easy. All right, once more, we switch to the other side, stack those knees, stack those hips, take both weights. They're going to be on your top leg, and you're just going to use your palm to hold them into place. Arm underneath your ear, abs in, and we'll lift that leg as a unit. Waistline lifted. Good. Heels together, toes apart, pivot open. And then knees stay down, heels go in the air, and we pivot open. And we relax. Take a moment if you would like, give that hip some love. Eventually meet me on your side for your side plank, single weight, handy. Support your elbow if you like. Find that side plank, top arm lifts, and then again, we give it a little arch, a little arch. Good. And then we're going to place that hand right there and we lift. And relax. All right, from there, Let's come on over onto our abs, please. Have your weights on each side of your mat so you'll be able to grab them easily. Slide on down. Take a moment, shake those hips a little bit side to side, and then when you're ready, lift one leg, point the toes, bring it down, other leg, point and bring it down. Slide your hands underneath the weights, palms are facing the ceiling. Bring your head in line with your spine. All 10 toenails are on the ground. Shoulders squeeze and lift, and we lift and stretch and reach. And back down again, deep breath in. Exhale, lift, squeeze, reach, and down. And relax. Let's go ahead, press back, resting position, heels or hips can sit back on those heels. And then as you come up, let's go through a cow and round back in a cat. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do a challenging bird dog. You have the option just to do a regular bird dog. Otherwise, grab that weight behind your right leg. And again, cinch it by bringing that heel really close to your hip. Use your hand to make sure you can touch both at the same time. And then shoulders out of your ears, lift that leg. Now you are welcome to stay here. Or you can pull your abs in and extend that left arm out of your peripheral vision. You could do a tap and lift. And lastly, you could add, with your thumb facing up, that other weight. Again, just holding or lifting and lowering. And relax. Shake that booty out. Bring that weight behind your left leg. And again, you want to cinch it by bringing that left heel very close to your hip. Your hand can touch both. Lift it up. Find your neutral spine. Pull those abs in. Welcome to stay there or press. If you want, add that right arm extension, holding or lifting and lowering. And then lastly, can of course add that weight. And relax. All right, weights on each side of your mat as you roll back over onto your spine, please. Left foot stays on the ground, weight becomes behind your right leg. Put that knee in, use the side of the dumbbell to pull that knee to the right as your left leg opens to the left. Nice passive inner thigh stretch. Then use your other hand to help bring that weight back through center. Pull the knee in so it's right up against your rib cage. Sorry, the other weight probably needs to be over to the right, by the way. And then stretch your left leg out and flex through the heel. Try and get this hip flexor open. Pull that right knee in nice and close. And then as you're ready, slide that weight down so that you can push the heel to the sky and pull the knee in towards your chest. And then go ahead, extend, reach up, point and flex while you're up here. Rotate and circle, and then come back down. Bring that weight to the outside of the leg, slide the other one under your other weight under your right hand. Let those toes drop to the left just enough that you feel a stretch in your hip. You're welcome to bend the knee if that's a little more comfortable. And then finally, put the left foot on the ground outside of that right leg. Pivot the knee open, bend that knee, hug it in, and then extend the legs up in the air, flex and point through the left, rotate, And then lastly, bend, and then we'll let both knees drop to the left for a twist. Back through center, uncross, and then we'll bring that left knee in. We're going to use the weight that was in the right hand. Hug it in and pull it over to the left. Let both legs just flop open. Move everything back through center. Let's straighten out the right leg, flex through the heel, bring that left knee in nice and close. Take a moment till that hip relaxes. Then slide the weight down, push the foot to the sky, flex. And then we'll straighten it, we'll point, we'll lift ourselves up, we'll flex and point and circle, going both ways, bring it back down, turn the toe in, bring the weight to the outside. Maybe that's a good spot for you. Good. Bend the knee if you'd like. And then lastly, slide those weights into both hands, left foot on the outside of the right leg, pivot open. Lift it up, right toes, point, flex, and rotate. And then we'll crisscross all the way, let both knees drop to the right, please. And then as you're ready, mosey on back through center, please. You can just leave your weights where they are. Meet me on your hands and knees. For a cat-cow. Sorry, this cat needed a little attention. So hands and knees rolling through your cat-cow. It's gonna help me teach the next class. You'll be our model, won't you? Rolling through cat and inhaling through cow. Good, one more time, cat. And one more time, cow. Tuck those toes, press up, press back. Pedal out those heels if that would feel good. And then wide stance, hands on your thighs, cat, and cow. Ooh. Bring it on up.